I have watched the body being mismanaged over 50 years. My wife has an orphanage, motherless babies. There are no babies without mother. Circumstances and conditions bring them to the orphanage. And the leaders of the Christian Union, one of the universities, brought a baby. And they came with the leaders and the mother. And my wife asked, who is the mother? They pointed to her. What is the story around this baby? We went on evangelism, and she gave her life to Christ. And we brought her home and looked at the brethren, the ones we can call Jim, to help us disciple her. To help us do follow-up for her, and then follow in. And the outcome of that embarrassment is this baby. When she was a sinner, now we brought her into church, and what she was not even doing as a sinner, we started to teach her, and then covering it with messages on grace. Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? The answer is fatal. The answer is not just no. Say, God forbid. That's serious. The question arises for those of us who are leaders, that how did this person become a leader in the church? The management of the body in this end time by the managers and those who are custodians. All the young people who came to me to pray that in my church, they were going for NYC. By the time they are coming back and I was calling them, they said they have been ordained. I said, what are you saying? When you were here in our church, we still put you in Sunday school and Bible study. And when I'm calling him, he said, point of correction. The fact that we are laughing at this thing is also part of the problem. Because in the beginning, it was not so. In the 70s, when we tell you, you'll be weeping. I was describing the situation with the child that was brought to my wife for care and orphanage. I was discussing it in the church in Ibadan. And I was saying, the brother was doing follow-up, and then the whole church answered and said, one shot. Church. And that is part of the problem. That our spiritual senses have become deadened, and our capacity to understand decadence and run away from it is gone. Our conscience have become gangrenous, and we have lost the capacity to have spiritual feelings. And our tear glands are dry. That is part of the problem. Elijah was here up to the time he went away. Elijah lived here before. And the Bible did not categorize a person like Elijah as though he was a superman. The Bible says that Elijah was a man of like passion as we are. But how did he live? That Elijah lived with a widow who had only one child. That should be a young widow. And was there for over a year, over 2 years, and never at night knocked her door. And the matter of consecration and its place that should not be traded with another thing, because nothing will substitute for it. I am in the power ministry, I'm a student of power, but I come to know from experience that holiness is 75% power. The remaining 25% is logistics, planning. And I no longer for a person come to think that we need to be seeking power and be seeking power and be seeking power at the expense of uprightness. Holiness is 75% power.